Hey there, friends! Welcome back to Everyday English Stories, the podcast where we learn real English through real-life experiences. I'm your host, Olivia, and I'm so happy you're here today. In this episode, we'll explore a common but frustrating experience, missing the bus. But don't worry, we're going to turn that everyday moment into a fun story packed with useful English phrases and vocabulary. Whether you're learning English for daily life, school, or work, this story will help you practice listening, learn new vocabulary, and understand how to use real expressions in real situations. So grab your coffee or tea, sit back, and let's jump into today's episode, The Day I Missed My Bus. Are you ready? Let's go! Last Friday started like any other day. My alarm buzzed at 7 a.m., sharp and annoying. I hit snooze. Just 5 more minutes, I told myself. But 5 turned into 10, and 10 turned into 20. Before I knew it, it was 7:30 a.m., and I had less than an hour to get ready and catch the 8:15 bus to work. I jumped out of bed in a panic. I still had to shower, dress, eat something, and walk to the bus stop. I rushed into the bathroom, brushed my teeth while checking my emails on my phone, and tried to do everything as quickly as possible. Of course, everything that could go wrong did. First, the hot water took forever to heat up. Then, while drying my hair, the power went out for a second, just enough to restart the microwave clock and confuse me even more about the time. I kept glancing at my watch nervously. Time was running out, but I told myself, "You've still got this." To save time, I skipped breakfast and grabbed a granola bar. I threw on the first shirt I could find, a bit wrinkled but decent, and reached for my wallet to get my bus card. That's when everything went downhill. My wallet wasn't on the kitchen counter where I usually kept it. I checked my bag, not there. I checked my jacket pocket, empty. I turned the whole apartment upside down. I looked under the couch, inside drawers, in my laundry basket, even under the bed. I even checked the refrigerator, just in case I had absent-mindedly left it there while putting away groceries the night before. Every minute I searched, the panic in my chest grew. I needed my wallet to pay for the bus, buy lunch, and get into my office building, which required my ID card. At 8:10 a.m., I finally found it, sitting under a pile of clean laundry I had planned to fold but never did. I grabbed it and dashed out the door without locking it properly, only to come running back 20 seconds later to lock it, grumbling the whole way. By now, my heart was racing. I was practically sprinting to the bus stop, hoping and praying I wouldn't miss the 8:15. As I turned the corner onto the main road, I saw the worst possible sight, the bus pulling away. I waved like a crazy person. "Wait, please," I shouted, but it was too late. The driver didn't see me, or maybe he did and just didn't care. Either way, I had missed it. I stood there, breathing heavily, frustrated and disappointed. I had no one to blame but myself. That bus was my lifeline to work, and missing it meant 2 things. Either wait another 30 minutes for the next one, or spend extra money on a cab. Money I hadn't planned to spend. I sat on the bench at the stop, trying to calm down. It was one of those small neighborhood bus stops with no shade and only a metal bench. The sun was starting to get stronger, and I was already sweating from running. After a moment, I made the decision to book a ride through a cab app. I knew I couldn't risk being late for the team meeting at 9 a.m. I checked the price, more than I liked, but I had no choice. I tapped Confirm Ride and waited. The car arrived in 5 minutes. The driver was polite but quiet. I tried to relax in the back seat, but traffic was a mess. Every time we stopped at a red light, I looked at the time. I watched the clock like a hawk. By 8:40, we had barely moved a few miles. My heart started racing again. I tapped my foot nervously, staring out the window, silently begging the cars ahead to move faster. Then came the worst part. The driver decided to take a shortcut through some side streets, which ended up having road work. We got stuck behind a garbage truck that was moving at the speed of a snail. I started imagining my boss looking at the empty seat in the meeting room, wondering where I was. I imagined the whole team starting without me. I even pictured getting a warning email about punctuality. At 8:53, we finally made it to my office building. I thanked the driver quickly, jumped out, and ran inside. The elevator was on the 12th floor, so I didn't wait. I took the stairs, 6 floors up, almost tripping over my own feet. I reached the door of the meeting room at exactly 9 a.m. I walked in, out of breath, but smiling like nothing happened. My shirt was slightly damp from sweat, and my hair was a bit of a mess, but I made it. "Good morning," I said, trying to sound calm. My manager nodded. "Right on time," she said. The meeting began. I delivered my part of the presentation with energy and clarity. Maybe it was the adrenaline, but I spoke better than I usually did. After the meeting, my manager even came up to me and said, "Great job today." I smiled and thanked her, but inside I was thinking, "You have no idea what kind of morning I've had." After work, I walked to the bus stop to go home. This time, I was early. As I sat on the bench, I reflected on the day. Sometimes, even when things start badly, they can end well. Missing the bus felt like a disaster, but it pushed me to move faster, take quick decisions, and still get things done. I learned a few valuable lessons that day. Don't hit snooze, keep your wallet in the same place every day, and never underestimate morning traffic. But most of all, I learned to laugh at small failures, because sometimes those bad moments turn into great stories. Now time for important English phrases with meaning and example. Hit snooze. Meaning, press the snooze button to sleep a little more. Example, I hit snooze 3 times and almost missed my class. Time was running out. Meaning, not much time is left. Example, time was running out, so I rushed to get ready. You've still got this. Meaning, you're still in control, you can handle it. Example, even though I was late, I told myself, you've still got this. Everything went downhill. Meaning, things started to go wrong. Example, my day went downhill after I spilled coffee on my shirt. Turned the whole apartment upside down. Meaning, searched everywhere. Example, I turned the whole apartment upside down looking for my keys. Absent-mindedly left it. Meaning, left something without realizing it. Example, I absent-mindedly left my phone in the fridge. Dashed out the door. Meaning, left very quickly. Example, I dashed out the door without my umbrella. Waved like a crazy person, madman. Meaning, waved arms frantically to get attention. Example, I waved like a crazy person, but the taxi didn't stop. Had no one to blame but myself. Meaning, it was my own fault. Example, I missed the deadline and had no one to blame but myself. Watched the clock like a hawk. Meaning, kept checking the time very carefully. Example, he watched the clock like a hawk during the interview. At the speed of a snail. Meaning, very slowly. Example, The line at the bank moved at the speed of a snail. Right on time, meaning exactly at the scheduled time. Example, she arrived at the airport right on time for her flight. You have no idea. Something surprising or unbelievable happened. Example, you have no idea what kind of day I've had. Push me to move faster, meaning forced me to act quickly or improve. Example, missing the bus pushed me to move faster in the morning. Laugh at small failures, meaning don't take small mistakes too seriously. Example, now I just laugh at small failures instead of stressing out. Now time for Learn Vocabulary Words with meaning and example. Alarm, meaning a clock that wakes you up. Example, my alarm goes off at 6 a.m. Panic, meaning sudden fear or stress. Example, I started to panic when I couldn't find my wallet. Microwave clock, meaning the clock display on a microwave. Example, the microwave clock reset after the power cut. Granola bar, meaning a snack made of oats and nuts. Example, I grabbed a granola bar for breakfast. Wrinkled, meaning not smooth, usually about clothes. Example, my shirt was wrinkled, but I wore it anyway. Lifeline, meaning something essential or very important. Example, this bus is a lifeline for daily commuters. Polite, meaning well-mannered, respectful. Example, the driver was polite but didn't talk much. Adrenaline, meaning a hormone that gives a burst of energy. Example, adrenaline helped me power through the meeting. Shortcut, meaning a quicker or shorter way. Example, we took a shortcut, but it ended up being slower. Roadwork, construction or repair on a road. Example, traffic was bad because of roadwork. Garbage truck, a vehicle that collects trash. Example, we got stuck behind a garbage truck. Tripping over, meaning falling or stumbling by mistake. Example, I almost tripped over the stairs. Reflect on, meaning to think back and consider something. Example, I reflected on the lessons I learned that day. Valuable lesson, meaning a useful or important thing you learn from experience. Example, missing the bus taught me a valuable lesson. Underdressed, meaning wearing less formal clothes than needed. Example, I felt underdressed at the meeting, but no one cared. I hope you enjoyed it and picked up some useful English phrases and vocabulary. Real-life stories are a great way to learn how people really speak. If you liked this episode, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Also, tell me, have you ever missed a bus or had a crazy morning? Share your story in the comments. Thanks for listening. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care and happy learning.